review on the Bryce 2P, two-person tent from Paris Outdoor Products. Bought this tent. I'm looking at doing some bike packing, and the smallest tent I had was this Eureka Apex 3-person tent, which weighs about 9 pounds. It's just a little too heavy to take on a bike packing trip. So bought the Paris on Amazon. It's $160, and that does include the footprint. So let's open it up and take a look here. But the tent itself, you got the footprint comes with the tent, and the rain fly. And it's got a one-piece pole. Got aluminum stakes, guide wires, and some repair tubes for the poles. So I guess looking at this tent online, to me it looks a lot like the Big Agnes Fly Creek tent, although it's almost twice the weight of the Fly Creek. The Fly Creek is a little over 2-pound tent, and I believe this is about 3 pounds 14 ounces trail weight. So anyway, it's still a pretty light tent, but not in the same class as the Fly Creek. But the design of it, after I set it up here, from what I could tell online, looks a lot like the Fly Creek. Rain fly on. Don't have all the guidelines on. I guess this tent does have a vent in the foot end of the tent. It's got a little rigid support, semi-rigid support, kind of hold the vent open. I'm not sure how well that would work in the wind. I think you'd want to probably guideline that down, keep that stable. I do like the way the rain fly clips into the tent, and it would also go into the footprint. It's got the buckles in the footprint too, in case you want to go ultralight and leave the tent body at home. The rain fly also looks like it's got pretty reflective straps to it, so you should be able to see them in the night. Even though this is what I would consider self-supported, I definitely think you're going to have to put some stakes down to have the tent in a usable condition. The vestibule, not real large. Probably get a pack and your shoes in front of it. I put that's a Thermarest sleeping pad in there. You definitely can get 2 probably 20-inch sleeping pads and some smaller sleeping bags in there. Not a problem. And I think you got enough room to even have room for 2 people to sit up. There are two pockets on the inside, one on one side, one on the other. Store some gear, and there's a little tiny loop there towards the foot end of the tent. You can hang a light or something from the top of the tent. So it's got after it's staked down, a nice stable floor. There is a seam in the center, but it is taped. I'd expect that to keep water out real well, especially if you take the footprint along. You should have no problem with water coming in on the floor. Both the rain fly and the tent have these straps here to roll the tent out of your way, or the doorway out of the way when you're want to get in and out. I guess overall that is the Bryce 2-person tent. I think I'm going to be happy with it. I guess we'll have to take it out on the bike and see how well it works. An update on the Bryce 2P. Okay, we had this thing out camping for 2 nights. Yesterday was a complete washout. We had probably an inch of rain, and in a course of about 7-8 hours during the day, and with some heavy downpours, and the tent really hung in there. We didn't have any issues. There's no water in there. The wife and I both were comfortably able to sleep in the tent, although obviously with a 2-person tent, if you're familiar with them, they're pretty tight for 2 people. But compared to that, we also had our old trusty Eureka 3-person tent. The kids slept in that one and didn't fare quite as good. We had some water in the bottom of that tent, so I guess it's a thumbs up for the Bryce 2-person tent, and be taking that on some bike packing trips in the future, hopefully.